Hello everybody and welcome to Story Time. Today we're going to be reading books about doors, and the first story I have for you is called The Squeaky Door, and this is retold by Margaret Reed MacDonald, and the pictures are by Mary Newell de Palma. The Squeaky Door, published by HarperCollins Publishers. Little boy went to Grandma's house to spend the night, and Grandma said, "I have a surprise for you. You get to sleep in the big brass bed all by yourself. But are you going to be scared?" And little boy said, "No, not me." So Grandma tucked the boy in. She kissed the boy goodnight. "Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared?" "No, not me." So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light, click, she closed the door, squeak, and little boy began to cry. Wah! Grandma ran back inside. Oh my goodness, were you scared?" "No, not me." "I think you were scared. How would you like to sleep with the cat?" "Yes, yes, yes," said the boy. So Grandma brought the cat from the cat basket. She tucked the cat in. She kissed the cat goodnight. She kissed the boy goodnight. "Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared?" "No, not me." So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light, click, she closed the door, squeak. Wah! Meow! Oh my goodness, were you scared?" "No, not me." "Oh my, how would you like to sleep with the dog?" "Yes, yes, yes." So Grandma brought the dog from the doghouse. Look at this, she's putting pajamas on the dog. She tucked the dog in. She kissed the boy goodnight. She kissed the cat goodnight. She kissed the dog goodnight. "Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared?" "No, not me." So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light, click, she closed the door, squeak. Wah, meow, woof, woof, woof. Oh my goodness, were you scared?" I'm going the wrong way here. "No, not me." "I know. Would you like to sleep with the pig?" "Yes, yes, yes." A pig. This Grandma's getting a little crazy, right? So Grandma brought the pig from the pig pen. She gave him a bath. She put pajamas on him, and she tucked the pig in. She kissed the boy goodnight. She kissed the cat goodnight. She kissed the dog goodnight. She kissed the pig goodnight. Yuck! "Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared?" "No, not me." So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light, click, she closed the door, squeak. Wah, meow, woof, 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 oink, oink, oink. Oh my goodness, were you scared?" "No, not me." Look at the pig hiding his eyes. "I have an idea. Why don't you sleep with the horse?" "Yes, yes, yes," said the boy. So Grandma went out to the stable and she got the horse. She tucked the horse in. Then she kissed the boy goodnight. She kissed the cat goodnight. She kissed the dog goodnight. She kissed the pig goodnight. Yuck! She kissed the horse goodnight. Look at the horse puckering up there. "Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared?" "No, not me." So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light, click, she closed the door, squeak. Wah! Nay, 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 woof, woof, oink, oink, meow, kaboom! The bed broke. Oh my goodness, this will never do, this will never do. Grandma put the horse back. She put the pig back. She put the dog back. She put the cat back. Grandma put little boy in bed with her and Grandpa that night. And the next morning, Grandma got out her tool chest. She fixed that broken bed. Then she got out her oil can. She oiled that squeaky door. Squeak, squeak, glub, 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 glub. Squeak, squeak, glub, 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 glub. Squeak, squeak, glub, 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 glub. Until there was no sound at all. And then Grandma said, yes. And that night, Grandma tucked little boy in, she tucked the cat in, and nobody else. Then she kissed the boy goodnight. She kissed the cat goodnight. Now when I go out and turn off the light and close the door, are you going to be scared? No, not me. So Grandma tiptoed out. She turned off the light. Click, she closed the door. Shh. She listened. She heard little boy snoring. Then she heard the cat snoring. And that's the story of Grandma, little boy, and the squeaky door. And that's the story called The Squeaky Door. There we go. And our next story is called Duck at the Door by Jackie Urbanovic. And this is also by HarperCollins Publishers. And there's a duck there in a snowstorm. I guess he's trying to get out of the snow. It was a quiet night until thunk, creak, and knock, knock, knock. Someone is out there. But who? Let's go ask Irene, said all the animals. She always knows what to do. Irene, called Brody, help! Someone is knocking on our door. It's the middle of the night, said Irene. Who could be knocking on our door? They opened it up, and they said, it's a duck, all covered in snow. Irene brought the duck inside from the cold. My name is Max, he began. I was born in the spring, and I loved it. I stayed behind when my flock flew south because I thought I would love winter, too. But it turned out to be cold and very lonely. Winter isn't so bad when you have a warm home, said Irene. At first, Max had a lot to learn about phones, about migration, about how to drink out of a cup with his beak. In January, he learned to use the remote control. He enjoyed Wild Kingdom and Worldwide Wrestling. In February, he discovered that he had a flair for cooking. By March, he had made himself right at home. But by April, it was clear that Max had learned too much. He was hogging the remote control and not giving it to anybody else. Dakota, Coco, and Jessie Bear got tired of Max's new recipes. And Brody was just tired. Look at him, he's lying on the dog, and the dog doesn't like it. Someone had to talk to Max. But who? Look at them trying to get Irene to talk to him. Just then, Max burst into the room yelling, listen to the quacking. My flock has returned. I can't wait to see them. Irene, please keep my chef's hat, and Brody, you can have all of my rubber duckies. I will miss you all so much. After many hugs, Max left. With Max gone, life was ordinary again. The cats went back to eating plain cat food. No one played keep away with the remote control, and Brody did not have to share his bed. Looks like they miss him, right? Life was so quiet that by October, everyone was happy to hear the sound of quacking. When there was a knock at the door, everyone was hoping for the same thing. Max? Maybe it's Max. Do you think it's Max? I hope it's Max. Max, they shouted with joy when they opened the door. Are you staying with us all winter, they asked. Yes, said Max. Me and my flock. Look at all of them at the door. Oh my goodness, they all came in the house. Everyone looked at Irene, hoping she would say something. But all she could say was, "Welcome home." And that is Duck at the Door. We have one more story, and this is a short story. This one's called The Doorbell Rang, and it's by Pat Hutchins. This is a very old book, but it's an old favorite. It's by Green Willow Books. That's the publisher. "I've made some cookies for tea," said Ma. "Good," said Victoria and Sam. "We're starving." "Share them between yourselves," said Ma. "I made plenty." "Wow, that's 6 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They look as good as Grandma's," said Victoria. "They smell as good as Grandma's," said Sam. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 3 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your Grandma's," said Tom. "And look as good," said Hannah. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. It was Peter and his little brother. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." More people sharing the cookies? "That's 2 each," said Victoria and Sam. Now they're getting discouraged, right? Because everybody's eating their cookies. "They look as good as your Grandma," said Peter, "and they smell as good." "Nobody makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Oh no. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. "Come in," said Ma. "You can share the cookies." "That's 1 each," said Sam and Victoria. "They smell as good as your Grandma's," said Joy. "And they look as good," said Simon. "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. Oh my goodness. And it rang. "Oh dear," said Ma, as the children stared at the cookies on their plates. That's this picture. Oops. This picture right here. "Perhaps you'd better eat them before we open the door." "We'll wait," said Sam. It was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. Grandma saved the day, right? "How nice to have so many friends to share them with," said Grandma. "It's a good thing I made a lot." "No one makes cookies like Grandma," said Ma, as the doorbell rang. So that's The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. Today for your craft, you are going to be making a door hanger, and there are all kinds of things in your bag that you can decorate it with. So this is a sample of one of them, but you can decorate it with anything you want that's in the bag that you pick up from the library, or any materials that you have at home. Some of these are self-stick things, and some of them you'll need glue. All right, thank you for joining me today, and have a great day.